Yo, what up? Welcome to the Oakland Warriors podcast. I'm Patrick, and I am joined by Kevin Lai. What's up, Kevin?
What up, Patrick?
So Kevin was on the show over the summer, right after last season, and he's one of the few people on Twitter that I interact with from my Warriors account on a regular basis. I dig his takes and his attitude about things. And what better game for him to come on after than this meh effort by the Warriors against the Dallas Mavericks. Yo, man, I got opinions, but what did you think about this 99-82 loss in Dallas?
I really don't think our defense was a big issue. We had a chance down the fourth to cut the lead to, was it 6? Then to 3, right? Yeah. Curry passed up multiple layups.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did get some good stops, but shots aren't just they're not falling.
Yeah. I mean, when I heard that Dirk's number was going to get retired tonight, I was like, wow, they picked a really bad game. Dallas did. They picked a bad game to do that because I figured the Warriors were going to come in and play their game. But it was clearly one of those nights where the Mavericks, they had more energy. They seemed like a step faster overall. I felt like the Mavericks, they were scrapping, and that kind of messed with the Warriors a bit. But I won't give Dallas all the credit for Steph's recent shooting woes. I ain't going to trip too hard on that because 2 bad games in a row from Steph versus 11 years in the league. I'm not gonna worry too much about him. But what do you make of his cold streak? What do you think of it?
It's nothing. I don't really think it's last season. He started slow too, and then it picked up. And then was it during middle of last season he had another cold spell and then picked up again? I mean, he's a top 3 player, right? We can't take 2 games sample size to say that his poor shooter just because of the past 2 games.
Some people are going to try to make something bigger out of it than it is. And hey, if this streak of cold shooting were to go to 10 games, I'd be like, hey, what's wrong?
That's something we should look into, right?
But, a couple games. I mean, he hasn't been shooting his best for the past month per se. There was that pressure of beating Ray Allen's record. He didn't shoot too well before that. He had a couple better games, but in general, he hasn't been as good as he has been before. He's Steph, so I'm not going to trip too hard about it. I think my reaction to this game is it's just kind of a shoulder shrugging game.
It's one of those nights.
You just kind of have to write it off and be like, yeah, Dallas kind of wanted it more and Steph didn't play well. So there's your game, right?
But you can't have 16 turnovers and expect to win.
Some of those were unforced turnovers, right? There were
sloppy turnovers.
In the first quarter, I think 2 or 3 involved Gary Payton II, where he just wasn't in the right spot.
There was one that Steph passed ahead to GP2, and then GP2 just didn't know where the ball was, and then I don't think they were on the same page, and then they turned it over.
Yeah, bottom line, they just didn't have it. It is what it is. I definitely think this is one of those nights where they missed Otto Porter Jr. and Andre Iguodala, 2 veterans who can give you consistent effort. They could have used Otto Porter Jr. hitting 3 to 5 3-pointers tonight just to make it interesting. But so it goes, so it goes.
But hey, Gary Payton got a double-double. That's something. That's some positivity right there.
Yeah. Sure. Let's talk some more positives, man. What other positives do you have for the night?
Wiggins played some good defense on Luka. Imagine if Wiggins sat out today, Luka would have gotten an easy 30, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I'm always impressed by how big Luka is because, Jonathan Kuminga is big, right? As a 19-year-old. He was guarding Luka, and Luka looked bigger than Jonathan Kuminga, just wider. I mean, Luka isn't as cut or as muscular as Kuminga.
We're talking frame, right?
Yeah, he just looked wider. Yeah, and stockier,
The shoulders are huge.
Yeah,
the width.
Yeah, I'm always stunned because I'm like, oh, Kuminga's huge, but then Luka is pretty huge too, I guess. Do you have any other positives from this game?
Defense. I still I really like our defense tonight, even though our offense was not up to standards, but our
Mhm.
defense was there. There was effort. I
Yeah.
see a lot of effort, but it's the turnovers. I just can't stand them. And the fouling. Like they just keep on fouling.
They were really undisciplined. Like you said, 16 turnovers, 5 for 28 from three. I mean, you're not going to win most NBA games
No.
shooting 18% from three. I mean, one positive for me, Jonathan Kuminga hit all his free throws.
Oh, yeah.
So he was 4 for 4, got a couple lucky rolls. And if you listen to the show, like I'm a big Kuminga fan, and I watch him specifically for any little signs of his improvement. So even though he went 0 for 3, had a couple bad fouls out there, got juked by Brunson, I'll look at the free throws and I'll be like, okay.
But he was aggressive to the rim,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Did he take any threes tonight?
He was 0 for 1 from 3.
Three,
But
yeah, but other two shots were all right at the rim, right? I like that. I like him driving. Have you noticed Bielitsa's not taking a lot of threes, like even open threes?
yeah, he's been doing that all season. Lately, he picked it up, I feel, but he's going to start having to take those when it matters. So I don't think he's afraid because he takes some crazy long threes. I just think I just think he enjoys the Warriors offense, to be honest, and he's trying to be a part of it.
Yeah, he's trying to move the ball. Yes, I get it, doing the drive and kick thing. But sometimes I just feel like he's doing too much.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like JTA, right? Doing too much that it might not benefit the team.
I agree. I think Bielitsa, when he's open, he should shoot his shot. There was a lot of overpassing tonight. And like you mentioned, Curry had a couple right at the bucket where he should have shot it. There was someone else where I was like, oh, you're right there. It may have been Wiggins. I'm not sure. But
Wiggins, and then he passed out to Lee.
yeah. And Lee missed the corner three. And I was like, bro, dude, like, shoot your shot, man. Shoot your shot.
Let me cut you off. Curry suffered a left quad contusion.
When?
That knee to knee?
It looked like knee to shin. That was a quad contusion?
Yeah. Slater just tweeted it out. Let's know Curry tomorrow.
Okay, if they lose to the Pelicans, that'll be terrible. But I have faith. Hopefully, I'm assuming Iguodala or at least Otto Porter Jr. play tomorrow, and we're good. I mean, it's funny, right, man? Like we're watching this game, and it's frustrating. I'm joking around saying it's kind of boring, but you take a step back, and I mean, it's all good, right? Like we're 29-8. Likely Clay's coming back. I mean, how funny would that be if Clay came back and Steph was still sitting out? You know?
I don't think Clay comes back then.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't think Steph's going to sit out until
Sunday.
Yeah. So
because tomorrow's the last game till Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So he has all the time.
Yeah, I sit Steph. I rest him.
Might as well rest Draymond tomorrow too.
Hockey fans, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, has a no-brainer offer that'll make you a winner once any shot gets past the goalie. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use promo code TBPN, throw down $1 on any NHL game, and win 100 in free bets if either team scores a goal. That's promo code TBPN this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. I wasn't on Warriors Twitter tonight. Did I miss anything good?
It's all Curry. JTA fouling. Everybody talking about JTA fouling too much. Have you noticed Jordan Poole didn't take a lot of shots tonight? 8 shots.
Yeah, 3 for 8, 0 for 4. 0 for 4 from 3 minus 21.
Yeah, Poole's got to take more than 8 shots.
Yeah, I don't know what his thing was. You know, everyone was singing his praises after scoring 32 off the bench. And, 3 for 8. He could have improved on that. Like, it wasn't shooting terribly. He wasn't hitting threes, but still, no one else was either.
Wiggins had a pretty okay game. 7 of 13. 2 for 5 from 3.
Yeah. And Gary Payton had 11 boards. So
Draymond's got to get more than 3 rebounds, though.
I mean, it was just a flat, discombobulated showing all around. Not very disciplined with the turnovers and the fouls and poor shooting. So it's just one of those nights. There's really not that much to glean overall from this. Hopefully, Steph's little injury is just a little injury. This is one of those where you just kind of like, on to the next one, right? Luckily, there's one quick one tomorrow, and they can just have a better showing.
That's get 2 days off? get practice in, see how that goes.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on for such a meh game. Appreciate you, man.
No worries. Anytime.
All right. Well, that is another episode of the Oakland Warriors podcast. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Feel free to hit me up on Twitter at Patrick Epino, E-P-I-N-O, or at Oakland Warriors. You can find Kevin on Instagram at Kevin Lai, KEVINLAI 12. And check us out at oaklandwarriors.com. And be sure to tell your fellow Warrior fan friends to tune in and listen to the Oakland Warriors podcast. It's produced by National Film Society and is a part of the Basketball Podcast Network. That's it. Music in this episode provided by Paper Sun. Special thanks to Paul Amardo for production support. See you next time, and go Dubs.